Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Tony's Picks Happy Hour. It's Tuesday. It's March 25th, 2025. Welcome back. Glad to have you. Hey, if you're new to Tony's Picks Happy Hour, welcome. Glad to have you. Make sure to subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Greatly appreciated. And hey, if you're the same old regular here, guess what? We're glad to have you as well. Glad to see you again. So let's get to it. As we always do, we'll say hi to the cameras, see how everybody's doing. And then we'll get right to the picks that we got rolling here on this Tuesday. So let's kick it off with Ramon. Welcome back, Ramon. Glad to have you. How are you doing? How was your Monday? How's your Tuesday morning looking? What's your Tuesday evening lined up looking ready to do? Ready to kick the bookie right in the teeth?
No, Rod, I mean, I might be new to the Tony Picks happy hour, but I'm not new to a happy hour. That's, well, another show. Yeah, Rod, watching some soccer and hopefully get this tennis back underway. I think we're just resuming play here momentarily. Been some rain down in Miami, kind of ruined my morning a little bit here. I was ready, fired up to watch some tennis, but well, you know me, I'm always looking for some fun. So thought I'd come on here in the happy hour and throw out some plays with you guys coming off the 4-1 day yesterday on the site. So I'm ready to go for sure for a Tuesday. We know we can get some winners here tonight.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Definitely looking for some winners. Kick it on over to Ron. How are you doing today, Ron?
Well, last night, 2-3. I was 9 seconds away from a winning day. Kind of a BS call on that goalie interference. I'm just going to rant right now. In that Islanders game, I had the Islanders 9 seconds left. Should have won that game. Go to overtime, and you know what happens in overtime. Dead. But I did cash with the Bulls. Best bet in NBA. But we'll try to get back with the NHL slap shot play. And congrats to we're now 2-0 and KBO. So keep following that. I'll get you one at the end of the show.
Thank you for the LG pick, Ron. LG Twins.
LG Twins, baby.
Nice. For me, yeah, 1 and 2 day, 2 back-to-back losing days. So the third day, we'll be seeing somebody new tomorrow. The beard is on the line. If for me, if I have 3 losing days, then it's like, wow. So that's how I roll here. It's just 3 losing days. Time to change it up a little, and that's what goes. It'll be the big old beard. So we'll see how today goes. 1 and 2 day for me yesterday. The Dallas Stars came through. Nice little puck line winner there. So lost a little bit of juice. So it wasn't a horrible beatdown of a day because I went light on yesterday's card. I wasn't been like, yeah, we put in a bunch. No, I'm on 1 and 2, so a little bit of a loss. We'll take it. Still survive to fight another day today, and same today. It's like you're looking at the same kind of thing. Not the craziest card to be attacking, but definitely some winners to be had. So as always, let's get to it. We'll kick it off with the NBA, as we always do. Hey, soon we'll be kicking it off with some MLB as well here on the happy hour. So coming soon. By Thursday, we'll be talking the MLB. But let's kick it off here in the NBA. We'll split it off into 2 and 2. All the 7:30 p.m. Eastern games, and then the couple at 7 p.m. Eastern. Kicking it off with Orlando taking on Charlotte. Orlando laying 5.5 there in that matchup. Total 213.5. We got the Pistons taking on the Spurs. Pistons laying 10.5 there at home. Total 233.5 there in that one. Warriors taking on the Heat. Hey, Heat at home still a 5.5 point dog from what it was this morning. Total 215.5. We got the Knicks at home hosting Dallas. Dallas in the back-to-back in that matchup. Up to 10.5 point dog there in that one. Taking a look at the injury reports going. We're looking at the Warriors taking on the Heat. On the Heat side of things, no Jovic and Robinson game time decision for the Heat. On the Warriors side of things, Curry game time decision for the Warriors. Looking at the Dallas Mavericks taking on the New York Knicks. Looking at the Knicks side of things, no McBride, no Hockey Porty, Brunson out. Robinson game time decision for the Knicks. On the Dallas side of things, no Martin, no Lively, no Gafford, no Exum, no Davis. Game time decision on Williams and Washington for Dallas. looking at the Spurs and the Pistons. Looking at the Detroit side of things, Cunningham and Hardaway are game time decision there for the Pistons. Looking at the Spurs side of things, Castle, game time decision. Bassi out for the Spurs. Looking at the Magic and the Hornets. On the Hornets side of things, Okaji, game time decision there. On the Magic side of things, Anthony, game time decision, most likely being out there. Queen, game time decision. That wraps up the age report on the first four. Kick it off over to Ramon. What do you think here in these first four NBA, Ramon?
Well, I'm going to start off pretty ugly here, Rod, and I'm going to go with the Hornets tonight, plus a 5.5 against the Magic. Not a lot of numbers that can point me in this direction, except that the Hornets can still cover some games for sure as an underdog. They're 34-26 as a dog. Talk about ugly dogs. This is going to be one of them. In Orlando, still 16-20 against the spread on the road. The trouble with some of these teams right now, yeah, maybe Orlando is jockeying for position. They're not going to make the top six. They're not going to fall out of the playoffs. They are probably square in the playoff play-in tournament, whether or not they finish 7th or 8th or 9th. That'll probably be determined in the last 2 weeks of the season. But here, where you're kind of in nowhere land, I think this game's just going to be a misnomer here as far as intensity. I'm going to go ahead and take the home team tonight. A little bit ugly here. And, these Orlando games, they certainly do go under quite a bit. If anything, maybe here that could help Charlotte a little bit. And if anything, maybe Charlotte can have a good offensive game. So I'm going to just take the points here with Charlotte tonight to kick it off. I love attention.
Hey, on over to Ron. What do you think here in these first four NBA, Ron?
Yeah, I'll talk a couple of these here. Ramon took care of the Charlotte game, so I'll move on to San Antonio and Detroit. The thing about Detroit, we love them as a home dog. We're probably not going to see that anymore unless they're playing somebody big in the playoffs. But the thing about it is, if you look at Detroit as a home favorite, I'm not going above 6 or 7 points. There is no way in the world. I love Detroit. I don't care what they're laying on the road. They're like 8-3 as a road favorite. But at home, I can't trust Detroit to lay more than 6 or 7. So I'm going to lean San Antonio on that one. And the other one, yeah, we got Jimmy Butler coming back to Miami. You don't think Miami's going to be fired up for this one? Remember, we want to see, if Curry's going to play. I'm pretty sure he probably does, but I think the guys in Miami got a little chip on their shoulder, want to show Jimmy, hey, we're okay without you, because they really haven't been if you look at their record. But this one's probably one that they got circled. So I'm going to take the Heat plus the 5 at home.
I agree with you there. It's just Warriors not covering so good against the East. They haven't covered the last 5 versus the Eastern Conference. And as you alluded to, Curry question there. Maybe if Curry's in, I might lean to Curry to help his a new teammate in Butler and kick in his own team. In that one, but it looking like Curry's going to step out of the way and let Butler get his own butt whooped in that one. Like he doesn't want any part of that. We'll see what happens there, right? If he steps out, then that's what I'm thinking. And like Curry's like, nah, I'm calling in sick tonight, boys. We're in Miami. We'll let Jimmy take care of things there in Miami, all on his own out there on the court. So yeah, definitely agree. Give me the Heat plus the 5.5 there in that one. And then looking at Dallas in the next, give me the over. I don't think a whole lot of defense is going to be played there in that matchup. Dallas in the second half of the back-to-back. All those guys that would play some defense are definitely not in there for Dallas. So the G Leaguers are going. So give me the over 225 in that one. We see plenty of points to get us up and over the total. And I agree with Ramon. Give me Charlotte at home as a dog. I'm definitely tempted to take him on the money line. The Magic is just one of those spots where they play good, and then they haven't been consistent all year. Like you're stringing a whole pile of wins together. They look good one game and then not good the next. So this looks like motivation wise, this is a Charlotte spot, especially with Ball in there as well. So I like when Ball's in there playing for the Hornets. I'm gonna grab the points though. Give me them 5.5. Definitely tempted to take a little bit on that money line as well, but we'll go with the points there. All right, that wraps up the first 4 NBA we got rolling. We'll kick it off on the last 4. We got the Rockets hosting Atlanta. Rockets laying 8, total 235 in that one. We got Memphis heading into Utah. Memphis laying 10.5 there. Total up to 240 now from the 239 I see it was this morning. OKC taking on the Sacramento Bulls. OKC laying 9.5 there in that one. Total 233.5. And the Cavs and Portland line, well, it dropped to what it was now, sitting at 6.5. Still what it was this morning, 6.5. We'll take a quick little look at the injury report, see what's rolling there. In the Atlanta game, looks like Trae Young is going to play, but out for Atlanta is Capella, Nance, and Wallace. On the Houston side of things, Shepherd out for the Rockets. Looking at the Memphis game, we got Poulin, Morant, Bagley out for Memphis. Stevens, game time decision, but he's leaning towards the side that most likely he's going to be out as well. Looking on the Jazz side, we got Markkanen, Collins out. Clarkson, game time decision. Looking at the Cavs in Portland, looking at the Portland side of things, no Williams, no Sissoko, no Aiden, no Grant. Looks like Banton is a game time decision there for Portland. Man, they're looking pretty banked up. On the Cavs side of things, no Tyson, no Donovan Mitchell. Looking at OKC taking on the Sacramento Bulls. Definitely some question marks on the Sacramento Bulls side of things. No Malik Monk, no McDermott, no Carter. All game time decisions there, whether they play or not. Yeah, definitely a game time decision. Wow, OKC side of things, definitely question marks there as well. Mitchell, because Dieng out. Game time decisions. We got Williams, Wiggins, Wallace, Holmgren, all game time decisions for OKC. So definitely some big question marks there in that matchup. That wraps up those late 4. Or what we know so far. Definitely wish we had some more news on that OKC game on who was in and out, but definitely a lot of question marks there. We'll kick it on over to Ron. What do you think there in the late night session of the NBA?
Now I got my premium NBA 3-point play. You can grab that at Tony's Picks right now. And I'm going to look at Atlanta and Houston. Trae Young is playing. You said Capella is probably out. I still like Atlanta. Houston's number at home as a home favorite is 7. So I think the lines makers are right on it. And Atlanta's road dog number is 4. So I think we can cover 8 or anything more than 8. So take the Atlanta Hawks plus the points.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you think here in the late night sleep, Ramon?
Well, I'm going to deal a 2-teamer here with Ron in the Atlanta-Houston game. I'm going to go with the under here. I think the line is just too high. There's no doubt Atlanta plays to the over in all these roles. It feels like, but the first game of the first matchup of the season back in January, just 100-96, and Atlanta is 4-8 to the under in games line between 234 and 237 points. So I've just got it about 5 points too high. I think the tendency is to look at these two matchups and say, we got over teams, especially Atlanta, 43-28 to the over, but really they do most of their over work, at least on a heavy percentage wise, at home as a favorite. And Houston, the opposite is kind of true. They kind of play higher scoring games on the road as dogs. So I have ended up on the under here. I just think it's about 3, 4, 5 points too high, and I've got the under in Atlanta and Houston.
I'm going to go the other way. I like the over there in Houston. It seemed the last 5 head-to-head between Atlanta and Houston have all went over the total. It seems that when they get together in Houston games, they love to score some points. We've seen last time it was they don't get together a whole lot, do they? But when they do, like Houston, the last time they were here was 134, 127, 130, 114. They seem to regularly score all the way up into the well over this total. What, 235? Yeah, the last couple have all hit well over 240. I know you're missing some guy. I love the over here. Give me the over to 35.5 there. And that one. 5 straight, make it 6 straight. And that one. And then the other one I'm looking at here in this time spot is Cleveland and Portland. Yeah, another one. Give me the over there in that matchup as well. You look at this Cleveland team, they can score some offense, even with Donovan Mitchell out. 9 of their last 10 games against the Western Conference has gone over the total, and at 230, even with those Portland guys out, hey, we know them G Leaguers love to score some points. Not a lot of defense played there, so give me the over 230 in that matchup. And then one more in this nice slate. Hey, look, as we were talking, this OKC line came down. Someone's betting on the Sacramento Bulls in the second half of back-to-back. Don't do it. Even with those guys out, OKC's got a deep enough squad that they can cruise to the double-digit win. I'll lay it with OKC there in that matchup. They're just playing the better basketball. And as our buddy Mills would say and tell us, don't do it. Don't bet the Sacramento Bulls in the second half of a back-to-back. I believe, 3-7 this year in the second half of a back-to-back are the Sacramento Bulls. So, yeah, we'll take it from the guy who that's his team, his favorite team. Don't bet the Sacramento Kings in the second half of a back-to-back. There in that one. That wraps up the NBA slate of things. Let's kick it on over to the small college basketball slate we got rolling. And we'll kick it off here. We got Illinois State taking on Incarnate. Word up! We got Chattanooga taking on Bradley. We got FGCU taking on Cleveland State. We got North Texas taking on Oklahoma State. Kick it on over to Ramon. What do you think here in these four college basketball tonight, Ramon?
Well, if it's not the NCAA tournament, it's got to be an over for me. Rod, of course. Go to the top of the board here, NIT action. These games are played still at the home sites here. So this is at Bradley here tonight. I'm going to go over with Chattanooga and Bradley in this one. I'm going over in practically every game, it feels like right now. I might be able to find an under on this card, but not this one. I'm going to go over here. It's Chattanooga that's kind of gone over in their first two NIT games right now, including that crazy game against Middle Tennessee that was 109-103. Yeah, Bradley kind of hangs their hat defensively, and they played pretty well defensively here to get into this spot. But against the Chattanooga team, I just think the pace goes up, and that's what we've seen in these minor tournaments so far. So give me the over tonight, Chattanooga and Bradley. It's already gone. All these have gone up today for sure from the openers here, but from the late opener, it's been pretty steady. So it's over 152 for me, Chattanooga and Bradley.
Heading on over to Ron. What do you think here in these ones, Ron?
Now look at that CBI tournament. Give me Illinois State, just a better conference than Incarnate Word. You know, Missouri Valley was pretty tough this year, playing Drake, playing Bradley. They hung pretty well, you know, in some of those games, and even Northern Iowa was pretty good. I know they're probably going out to the tournament now, but yeah, give me Illinois State plus those points in that one. Or laying them,
these ones here.
Laying them.
And then for me in these ones here, I agree. Give me, I like the over there with Chattanooga and Bradley. I don't think the bookmakers can make it high enough for Mo, even though it has climbed up about 6 points from what the opener was. We know Chattanooga from our buddy Chris, who says they don't play defense at all. And then when they get out on the road, it's the same thing. Chattanooga's right in his backyard, and he says they don't play defense. Chattanooga, you look at what they've done offensively over their last 5 games, and they're hitting 51% of their field goals. Oof, that offense is cooking. Bradley wants to hang with Chattanooga. They're going to have to get their offense cooking. So, as we've seen in these NITs, it's been not a lot of defense played. That's why all these totals have went up. CBI and the NITs, you got to jump on these totals early because they just seem to be going up, and we've seen it that the totals have been going. On some of them, but I still like that one. I think we get to 160. I really do. I think both of those teams go run and gun, and we still get to 160 there. And then the other one I like, give me Oklahoma State here over North Texas. Why is Oklahoma State favored? Because they're just playing the better offense. I know North Texas can. North Texas is going to attempt, as I say, to slow this game down to their level, down to their pace, to their defensive style type of game, but I just don't see it here. I think Oklahoma State's going to push, and end up trying to push this to a track meet. I think North Texas does try to keep up the scoring, but I just don't think they've got the horses to keep up with the scoring here. I like Oklahoma State to beat North Texas there in that matchup. That wraps up the college basketball slate. Let's get on over to the ice and see what we got rolling there. Definitely a few games on the card there. Let's do the early slate. We got how many 7 p.m.s? I will do the 4 7 p.m.ers to kick it off. Nashville taking on Carolina. Ottawa taking on Buffalo. Philadelphia taking on Toronto. Pittsburgh taking on Tampa Bay. We'll kick it on over to Ramon for these 4. What do you like?
Yeah, Rod, I'm going to go to the Pens and the Lightning. Look, I think the Penguins might have some trouble here for sure in this one. I already know that the Lightning have kind of been, that line's been pushed up pretty heavily here, feels pretty heavy on the Lightning. And Pittsburgh scored just twice in the first 2 meetings, losing at home to Tampa Bay, 5-2 and 3-2. Can Pittsburgh get 2 goals here tonight? I'm not sure they can right now. So I ended up on the under here with Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay tonight, and we're getting a little bit of a bargain here at you can get 6.5 under at the minus 115, maybe 113 here at a couple of shops. So I've got to take the under here. I don't know if it's a blowout necessarily. It'll probably cover the puck line for sure. I gave it out in my show this morning. So give me the under here. Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay, 6.5. You can grade me at 6 over 20. That's fine. But I know that you might feel a little more secure taking that 6.5. That's fine. I've got the under tonight, Penguins and Lightning.
Heading on over to Ron. What do you think here in these 4 NHL games, Ron?
I got a couple. I'm gonna echo on what Ramon said. Tampa Bay is the best covering puck line as a home favorite. 17 and 10, 63%, massing you almost 1,300 units of profit. So got to take Tampa Bay on the puck line in that one. And you just cannot trust the Philadelphia Flyers on the road. You can't do it. Lay the puck line with Toronto as well. I got my NHL Slapshot play for sale at Tony's Picks. You can grab that up right now.
And what I'm looking at here is I like Carolina. I like Carolina to beat up on Nashville in that one. They've won 9 straight night games, just rolling right along. 9-1 is Carolina right now. Nashville on the road, only 8 regulation wins for this Nashville club on the road. Carolina on the puck line there for me. And as Ron alluded to, not taking Philadelphia. They come to Toronto for a nice little visit. They enjoy the nightlife, have some food. Maybe do a little dancing, maybe have a few drinks, but they definitely don't come to play hockey because 0-6 in their last 6 trips into Toronto. I'll take the Leafs on the puck line there in that matchup. And then who's the other one? And then I like Ottawa here. Buffalo, hey, 3rd game 4 night. It's that spot. Normally Ottawa on the road, not where I like to be, but hey, playing their 500 hockey club, but this is more of a fade of Buffalo in this spot, playing a lot of hockey, and Ottawa playing the better hockey right now. 7-2-1 in their last 10 games, and I trust Allmark and goal over Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen in a 3rd game 4-night situation. Give me Ottawa. If your book offers in regulation, take Ottawa in regulation there in that one. If not, take them on the puck line. I think they cruise to a 2+ goal win there. All right, let's kick it off with the last 6 on the board in the NHL. Montreal taking on St. Louis. Vegas taking on the Minnesota Wild. Washington taking on the Winnipeg Jets. Detroit taking Colorado. New York into L.A. taking on the Kings. Seattle into Calgary taking on the Flames. We'll kick it on over to Ron. What do you think here in these last 6 on the NHL slate tonight?
Yeah, I love Montreal. I'm on the bow against Bennington, but I'm going to take the Canadians in that one. I'd like to get the puck line, but it's getting a little too expensive, so I'll just take a shot on the money line in that one. And my spreadsheet play of the day is the Calgary Flames. Seattle's horrible on the road on the money line, 9-17 this year. Take Calgary minus the 135.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you think here in these late night ones, Ramon?
Yeah, look at the matchup with my Golden Knights here on the road against the Wild. We know the Wild's blueprint for their matchups. Rod, they're going to have any chance here. They're going to have to hold them down for sure. I'm going with the under here. Minnesota 12-22 to the under at home. They've gone under in 9 of their last 11 at home, 8 of their last 9 overall. So I've got to think that's got to be the. It's always good not to allow goals. We know that, but. Here against Vegas, where I think Vegas is probably going to win this game. It just seems like a little bit of a high price, but Minnesota right now, because of the injuries that came down recently and just the way they go about things, I got to go under here at 5.5. I think it is shaded to the over. Yeah, 5.5 over 115. So give me the under here, minus 105, Golden Knights and Wild tonight.
And yeah, I'm just looking at that game there. Should be Fleury in goal is what I'm expecting there.
Yeah, they're expecting Fleury. Might be his last shot against the Golden Knights. Yep.
This is a tough travel spot for Minnesota in there. And that one, I think rolls on to something. It's probably a 4-0 game. I'm going to take Vegas on the puck line. I think they have no problem.
Team, Rod, and all the Wild games with some Wild are their opponents right now, and the losing team really just on a string of 1s and 2s and 0s pretty much for the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Struggling to score, yeah. And the Knights sitting there ready to go. Yeah, give me Vegas on the puck line and that one. And then another one. I'm going to take the Abs here on the puck line as well. Detroit in the second half of back-to-back. Tough spot here for them as well. Getting Colorado on the puck line. Man, there's some big numbers. It's that time of season for the NHL where we start seeing the minus 350s, minus 400s. They're starting to creep up there. We still have a little bit to go because it's April 17th, I believe, is the last official day. Is it the 19th?
Yep.
And the 19th is the last official day. That was the 7th.
That's when it starts, the Cup playoffs.
No, and I'm taking the last day of the regular season, the 17th. They kick it off on that Saturday, yeah, but last day of the regular season is the 17th.
Yep.
So there's still got a long way to go for these things. We're going to see a lot of these big favorites who are separating themselves there in that matchup. And then I'm going to take Winnipeg here. We've seen Comrie in goal for the Jets last time, and I know it's Logan Thompson, and normally that's where I've been going. But, hey, 9-1. I think Hellebuck is going to stand on his head and show why he is the best of the champ tonight. And under might not be a bad play in that one as well. Low scoring one between the Jets and Washington. But I think Hellebuck, after his bad performance last game, he missed the last game. Comrie went in. I think he's had enough time to bounce back, and I think he outduels Logan Thompson and puts anything to rest of Logan Thompson winning any sort of Vezina. Might as well just wrap it up after tonight because we'll see him kick the snot out of Washington here tonight. I don't think he gets sniff. You'll see why he is the best in the champ. Give me that Winnipeg Jets. You can take him on the money line. I'm going to take him on the puck line. I think they win by 2+. It might even be a 3-0 win, 4-0 type win game there. That wraps up the sports slate for tonight. Soon we'll be talking about baseball as well here on the happy hour. But hey, if you're looking for our best bets, the bets that we're making tonight, hit the link. It's in the description. That'll get you right on over to Tony'sPicks.com where you can find our best bets. They're over there. All right, time of the segment of the show where we give out the parlay or we give out a player prop, game in the future. We leave it up to the capper to decide whatever they want to give out here in this section. We leave the floor open, as we say, and then they'll let you know what they got going with their best bets over at Tony'sPicks.com. We'll kick it over to Ramon. What do you got for us tonight, Ramon? And hey, congratulations with the way you hit last night, tailing the women in the college basketball. Was that ever a no doubter? No doubter. I think they were whooping everybody by 30+, all of them. I don't know. You put that in, and I totally forgot about it. It popped up, and I'm like, "Hey, what the heck is that?" I'm like, "Hey, that's a winner." And I was like, "What was that?"
Great call, Ramon. Great call.
Yeah, I totally forgot about the women's college. Great call on that one, there, Ramon.
Yeah,
what do you got for us tonight?
Taking the victory, I've actually smashed this. I know I've got some of my followers in the chat. I've actually smashed the women's tournament. Unbelievable. And it wasn't, I'm not saying it's easy or hard, but there were a lot of lopsided games. Really bummer last night. You guys see Juju Watkins. I was very upset when I saw, basically her knee exploded with 2 torn ligaments in that game, so she's going to miss the rest of the tournament. Really a bummer. One of the best players in all of women's college basketball. So thanks a lot, you guys. Yeah, that was really cool to roll like that. And hey, I got to go off the board with our awkward schedule here a little bit today with the setup. So I'm going to go to. I only got one chance, Rod, to get a spring training game in. So I'm going to go to Major League Baseball tonight. How can I not go to the Freeway Series here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel? And I'm going to go against Tony's Dodgers here. Look, they lost the game last night to the Angels. This line has gone up to nearly $2. Come on, Dodgers are ready for the regular season. They've already started their regular season. So I'm going to take the Angels here tonight to plus $1.70 or more in this one. They won the game last night. They're in Anaheim here. So give me the Angels tonight for my only spring training play on the happy hour. I'm taking them. And you can get my best plays over at Tony'sPicks.com for tonight. I got a 3-pack in the NBA, a 3-pack in the NHL, and I've got my $19 discount best bet in college basketball. It's in one of the NIT games, so check me out over there at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off all premium pick packages, including mine and my friends here. And yeah, Rod, appreciate that. But let's go to the regular season, man. Let's get to Thursday. I know we got the great basketball, but I just want to get to the day-in grind of Major League Baseball a little bit here. So thanks a lot, everybody, and thanks a lot to our fans in the chat.
Definitely great call on that one. You get on over to Ron. What do you got for us tonight, Ron?
Yeah, let's go with a 3-team parlay in the NHL. We'll take Tampa, the LA Kings, and Toronto Maple Leafs on a money line there. And for tomorrow morning, take Samsung minus 125. Take the Samsung Lions. Keep it going. They're still undefeated and looking to stay that way. For me tonight, I got a couple in the NBA. Of course, my NBA 3-point play. Got a couple in NHL, and of course, the NHL slap shot play. And I got one play in the NIT tournament you can get right now at Tony'sPicks.com. And like everybody said, we're all, kicking some ass on the leaderboard. Everybody's up there. Everybody you see on these live shows and videos, like Tony always says, you're seeing the people that are doing the work, that are making you money. So listen to us. That's all I can tell you. I know we have a little dissension in the chat tonight, but that's fine. That's fine. And let me address Mr. Whiskers. I do have Florida in my Final Four. So, and I don't have Auburn. So there you go. I'm going to give you a free baseball play for Thursday. How about that? Let me do that. Right.
Give me my pen.
I love my Kansas City Royals, but Cleveland does not lose to this team. And they're a dog. Are you kidding me? Plus 110. Take the Indians opening day of Kansas City. Over to you, Rod.
No order. All right, here we go.
Over to the Cleveland State Viking himself.
Right? We just need those over that. We're ready to go. Yeah, ready to go. Let's go there. So we're going to throw that in there, of course. Got to throw Cleveland State in there. And then we're going to throw 3 in the NHL. We're going to throw the Ottawa Senators, the Montreal Canadiens, and the Winnipeg Jets in that 3-teamer, plus Cleveland State. Make it a 4-teamer there for us tonight. And then over Tony's Picks, my best bets going. I got 1 in college basketball, 1 in on the slate in the NHL, and 1 in the NBA. So let's tackle the books together and get those 3 picks. You can buy them separately or buy that 3-pack. That is the way to go. Let's sweep the board tonight. Or better yet, we've got a great slate of action the rest of the week. Take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional and join us for the rest of the week. Take 2 cappers with you. I'm not the only hot capper here at Tony's Picks. You can see all of us up on the leaderboards kicking the bookie in the teeth. So definitely take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional. That way, if you're aboard long-term here at Tony's Picks, you get to take advantage of that late steam play. Anywhere from 10 minutes to 2 hours before game time, you will get emailed that play that we put in late steam wise. If hey, something comes up and you get that late info and you want to jump aboard with us, that's the way to go. You'll get it emailed directly to you exclusive. I haven't seen that anywhere else offered on any of the other sites in the area. None doing that, emailing directly to clients. So jump aboard long term here. Take advantage of that 2-for-1 counter promotional as well. That wraps up Tuesday's happy hour. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you. If you're just tuned in now, hey, hit rewind. You'll get everything we got going the rest of the day and evening. And make sure you subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Greatly appreciated. Appreciate everybody that tunes in here daily to the happy hour. Definitely love doing the show, getting to you. Let's have a quick little look at the NBA. See if there's any latest news, if anything's changed from when we went through the rest of the card. A quick little look here. OKC and Sacramento. Same thing. Question marks: Williams, Wiggins, Wallace, Holmgren, all game time decision. Carter, McDermott, Monk, game time decision. No news there. So far, I'm looking, no news that's changed. Quickly scroll through. We're looking along. Nothing's changed from what it was before. Anthony, still Cunningham and Hardaway out there for Cunningham and Hardaway. Still game time decision for the Pistons. Castle game time decision for the Spurs. Yeah, I'm not seeing any updated news there. As always, the NBA leaving it right to the very last minute. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Any final words before we head on out for the evening?
Good luck.
Take Kinwin Zhang plus 4 games over Arena Sabalenka if they ever get going here in Miami tonight.
What? Still raining? Still raining? Is it raining?
Just starting to take the court right now, Rob. We are going to get underway right now in these resumption of
pickleball
matches that were in progress.
Squeegee
people are out. Squeegee in the court, eh? Is that what's going on?
Squeegee in the court.
Yeah,
pickleball there, Ramon.
If this picks thing doesn't work out for me, I'm going to join the senior pickleball tour. I'll see you out there.
Nice. They got senior pickleball tour. Where does that start? I need to.
You and me are going to play some double.
I'm in. Let's do it.
I don't think you're old enough, Rod. I think me and Ramon can probably handle that.
Probably. I still got a few more years to hit the senior tour. That's for sure. So we can definitely look something to look forward to once we hit that senior age. This beard's looking senior. We'll see what happens tomorrow, whether it's still here or not.
What's that play? What's that play determining for tomorrow?
Determining this? The new look is basically I've got 3 premium plays in. We'll see if I have a losing day.
Oh, they're premiums. Okay, never mind.
If I have a losing day, that's how it is. If I have 3 losing days in a row, I change something up.
Right, beard. We want to see that beard.
I've had 2 losing days in a row. We'll see. Let's try to end the losing streak over at Tony'sPicks.com. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Thank you, everyone.
Have yourself a wonderful Tuesday evening. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.